Hello everyone. Today, I know, two videos in a row about the same person, rather surprising. Today I'm going to talk about the 1000 Pound Sisters and do a little like backstory of them, who they are, some of the things they've done, mainly the scams they've ran and the animal abuse. That's the main stuff we'll be covering here, since that's the worst things they've done as far as I'm aware. And so, to begin with, who are the 1000 Pound Sisters? Well, the 1000 Pound Sisters are reality TV stars, but before that, I believe it was before, I'm not exactly sure when they started doing their 1000 Pound Sisters show. I could look it up, but I don't care enough since the video's not about that. So to begin with, they on YouTube. Um, they would post YouTube videos like 11 years ago. They've been in the game for a while, and they still post some to this day. Well, I guess not to this day, but to 7 months ago. So they were in the game for a while. They have a fair bit of experience under their belt posting YouTube videos. They also have a fair bit of experience scamming their audience. Essentially, uh, they would post videos, and obviously they're morbidly obese, no other way to put it. So they would have a lot of hate comments and a lot of all that. But this didn't really start happening until their video, the Chubby Bunny Challenge, which is really where they blew up. And I'll show you the video right here.
Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny. Chubby Bunny.
It is honestly amazing that the human body can take this kind of like physical abuse. Not talking about like them eating fucking marshmallows, but just how big they are. I know, obviously, like, oh, they're just fat, whatever. I don't care, dude. I'm not. It's just like, dude, it's like, it's ridiculous. How do you end up this big? Like, don't get me wrong. I used to be like a fairly large fellow, not like morbidly obese, but I was obese, you know. But I like changed shit. I started going to the gym, all that kind of shit. Like, how do you get this big? Like, it's actually fucking crazy. Like, how this happens, and I just don't get it. And it's like, enough about them being fat. So after the Chubby Bunny Challenge, they kind of blew up. Started getting a lot of comments, a lot of hate comments, mainly hate comments. A lot of comments that were like, oh, it takes a lot of bravery to keep your comments on when the video you're posting. But they also kind of started getting a little fan base going, like actual genuine fans, because in their videos they come off as rather genuine people. They just have fun, and they don't really seem to care what the comments are saying a whole lot, although there is some videos where they talk about it. But a lot of people actually genuinely became fans of them. And essentially, that would go into their first, not necessarily scam, but their first GoFundMe. In their first GoFundMe, I can't find any pictures or anything of it because it's like a long time ago. But essentially, what they did is Amy was wanting a new MacBook for a new, you know, just to make better videos. So essentially, they created a GoFundMe, and the GoFundMe was successful. They raised like $800. And you know what? That's not bad because, they had a couple thousand subscribers, and, they got some money from their fans to make better videos, right? Like, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But what happened is they seen how easy it was to extract, money from their viewers. Um, because for people like them who are on disability and don't have any other income, $800 is quite a bit of money. Um, so that was a pretty chunk of change for them. And they seen that making these GoFundMes, they could, well, um, extract money from their audience fairly easily. So the next scam we're going to talk about is the infamous funeral scam. I'm sure everyone's aware of it by now. Essentially what happened is Tammy Shelton, the larger of the two sisters, I believe she's always been the larger of the two sisters. I think she still is now, which that's like modern day stuff, but that's beside the point. Pretty much she fell Um, and she couldn't get up, so they called the doctor, like, the ambulance, whatever. And the ambulance rushed her to the hospital because, she's like, obviously has a lot of health conditions. She can't breathe and she fails. So, there's a lot of things that could be wrong there. When she got into the hospital, it turns out that she had pneumonia. So she had to stay in the hospital for a bit. Um, I believe at one point she went into a coma for a couple weeks, I think, or she was like, I don't know exactly what happened there, but from what I've seen and heard, I've heard some people say she was in there for a couple days. I've heard some people say she was in a coma for a week or two. Not exactly sure what's happening there, but um, essentially what happened is Amy created a GoFundMe. She was like, yeah, we need money for Tammy's funeral because they have to get her in a 5X coffin, which is so fucking silly, but funerals are really expensive. I understand why, but your sister's not even dead yet, dog. Um Here's the video of that. So, yeah.
Yesterday at 10 a.m., Tammy went into the hospital. She has pneumonia and she can't breathe. If y'all can donate a penny, nickel, dime, I would be so happy.
I can understand why Amy would be upset, right? Because obviously, if one of my siblings, well, I was gonna say if one of my siblings, but never mind. I'm sure if someone's sibling was in the hospital, they would really, be worried about it, and they'd be upset and stuff, and they'd be asking for thoughts, prayers, all that basic stuff. But instead of like asking people just to wish her well and stuff, she's like, if you could donate some money, please, that would make me happy. Like, I don't know, it almost seems like profiteering, like she's seen the opportunity to get some money from pity and like took it. I don't know, it's just like kind of scummy. Which, I mean, if you want for like the medical bills, right? Because medical bills are expensive, then that's understandable. But she didn't say for medical bills. She's just like, if you can donate, please, please, even a penny. Which I understand like where she's coming from, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's just not. She's not saying why she needs the money, whatever. I mean, I guess she is. She's like exercise coffin, right? But like, that's not the real reason because clearly she knows her sister's not gonna die, right? Because like it's just pneumonia. I guess she was in a coma, but that's beside the point. It's like, I don't know. It's just a stupid situation. She's like almost like wanting her sister to die, so the GoFundMe's justified, it seems like. I don't know. I'm probably looking into it too much, but whatever. The next thing we'll talk about on today's video is the history of animal abuse, which I would argue is worse than scamming people, to be honest. But that's just personal opinion. So to begin with, she had a German Shepherd. I don't remember what the German Shepherd's name was, but that's beside the point. And she tells a story about how in one of her, she owned a trailer, or a camper, sorry, not a trailer. She owned a camper. And she had it was a really hot day, and she left a German Shepherd in the camper. And, that wouldn't be bad if, the AC was on, whatever, right? And she says the AC was on, but the German Shepherd, while she was gone, tore through the AC to get out of the camper. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't believe a lot of animals would tear through an AC unit to get out of a building unless they were really hot and in desperate need of getting out. So, just a little, I don't know about that one, Tammy, or Amy, whichever one it was. And there was another incident. It was Amy's birthday, I believe, and they went to do some shopping or some shit. I don't remember. It was some party for her birthday, whatever. And she randomly, offhandedly mentions that they have a dog named Little Bit inside the car outside. Keep in mind, it's still hot. It's like summer. So they just have the dog outside in the car for like an hour or so, and they don't take it any water. They don't have the car AC on, nothing like that. I think Amy told Tammy to take the dog some water, and then when Amy asked Tammy why she didn't, Tammy's like, well, I was gonna. Like, oh my god. All this trailer trash, like all these people, they're all the same, dude. I've seen so many fucking people have animals and then just like not feed them, not take care of them, just because like I don't know why. They just want to like see like, oh dude, look, I have a dog, man. Like I don't know. It's always this fucking trailer trash too. Um, but yeah, I was gonna put some videos here, but like I don't really see a need to do that. It's like if you want to find the videos, you can. Um, they're not super important. She literally just talks about exactly what I said. And this is fairly widely documented, so it's not like I'm just making some shit up or anything, you know. But that'll be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all the YouTube jazz, and I'll see you later.